Welcome back to the Tailgate Show. Jeremy Kramer, Air 54, on the X Machine, and also with the Tailgate Show. Joe Thuney gets his extension. It's a big deal to me. It's a massive deal. I did a little research, and it's not really research. I Googled it. I was curious. It's like, well, we gave up a fourth round pick for him. What's the average, playing time for a fourth round pick straight out of college? 44 games played is the average per NCAA.com. That averages out to a little over 2.5 years. So you get the Toomey deal for 3 years, 51 mil, I think is what it totals out as per Brad Biggs. Would you rather have a rookie that you don't know from the fourth round starting at your left guard? Or would you take All-Pro Joe Thuney for 3 years, and even if he's not having his best stuff, probably going to be better than a rookie? So I really, really, really like that deal. It was one of the questions that I had several times. It's like, the longer it lingers, the harder it is to get a guy signed. You don't want to go into the season, especially OTAs, knowing that, well, you may only have Joe Thuney for 1 year. And quite honestly, he could have done that. I listened to Braggs on his CHGO this morning, and he made a great point. He goes, and it's the same point I was thinking about, he could have been one and done, and just said, okay, I'm out. Send me on to free agency, and I'll try my hand as a free agent. He didn't do that. He surveyed the landscape and said, yeah, I'll do 3 years here. No problem. And that's a win for Bears fans. It's a win for the offensive line. And I argue that he might be in a better situation now with the Bears than he was with the Chiefs. You throw in Drew Dahlman into that equation at the center position, and whoever the left tackle is going to be, I think he's going to be in a better spot. I think Tooney's going to be in a better spot as a left guard because he'll have help around him, even if it is Braxton Jones. And Braxton, look, he's serviceable. He's top half. I mean, I won't say top half, but he's probably the top 2/3. So if you can get him to a top half position at the left tackle with a guard that can handle trade-offs on stunts, that's a big deal. So I'm really excited about that. Of course, other things that have come out recently is the Caleb stuff. This guy right here has always been skeptical of the coaching at Hallis Hall. So for me to see what him and his dad had to say about not wanting to come to Chicago, understandably, and it proved to be right. I mean, you ended up firing both coaches, Eberflus and Jackass from Seattle, when Jackson Smith and Jigba told you, like, oh, good luck with that. Which we were skeptical from the start. So completely understandable. It doesn't make you feel good as a Bears fan, but he chose to stick it out. Now he was rewarded. I still wonder if there was a Ben Johnson deal mid-season that we didn't know about, though. Really do. I'm always kind of critically thinking on stupid things that probably aren't real. But just makes you wonder, because, there was a comment made by Ben Johnson about a conversation. This is probably before the end of the season last year that was had between the Bears and him. Although they didn't really say that. I mean, there were conversations between agents, I guess. I can't remember the exact quote, but it just made me wonder. It's like maybe the get right was already underway. So hopefully that's the case, and we start seeing a more productive and better Bears team offensively. The question now to me is, what's going to happen with this defense? Can Ben Johnson survive if the defense takes a slip back for a year or two? I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on Dennis Allen. It puts a lot of pressure on all those coaches because there's been a lot of attention paid to the offense. It's going to be interesting to watch. So OTA start in a couple of days, so we'll learn more. If you enjoy this or have any comments, questions, feel free to write them in the comments. Like, subscribe, follow along if you dare. And hopefully y'all have a great day. Bear down, and we'll see you later.